Hello, my friends, and welcome back to yet another session. So, if this is your first time joining this live session, my name is Femi, and I'm the face of the page of this page, Muye, representing Abifem Consultants Inc. And what I do is that I help hardworking professionals and immigrants, most especially, build flexible and digital businesses that create time and excellent work-life balance. That's what I do. So, like in my last session, yes, in my last session, um, I in my last Go Live session, sorry, no, we talked about understanding what a legitimate digital business looks like, and I shared some key ways to identify really structured opportunities online. But today, I'm going to be going deeper, and I'm going to be explaining what makes our own digital business model different from others, and why it's been such a game changer for a lot of people, including myself, who wanted a better balance between work, family, and financial growth. So let's kick the ball rolling. First of all, let me just remind those that don't know me yet that I'm originally from Nigeria and I live in Canada. I used to work in the oil and gas industry for several years as a directional driller, and so yeah, that's about me. So now, let's look at how this relates to our business. What makes our business different from others. So we know that um, there's a lot of frustration out there by people trying to do something online because of different business models that are out there. People get so excited about online business, but you know like quickly they get so discouraged as well. And one of the major reasons for this is because of the confusion and lack of guidance. There's so much that's happening in the online space that people have to get step into it guided, and not just step into it, without any assistance or guidance. So there are different kinds of models out there, like we discussed in the previous episode that I had. But there's some models that actually require for you to sell products. Some require for you to chase people, around or constantly posting links, and we know that all of this can be very, very exhausting. Okay, so there are others that sound good, but they lack structure. Remember what we said in the last episode, right? What makes an authentic digital business is the fact that you have a structure, you have a system, you have mentoring, you have training and all that. So most of them, they lack this. So what happens is that when you don't have structure, when you don't have mentorship, you don't have a clear system, people quit even before they ever see progress because they just feel overwhelmed. And this is why I appreciate the system that we use, because it's designed for everyday people, not people that are tech experts. You don't have to be tech savvy. You don't have to have any experience. Because we have all of these things in place. So let's break it down. Let's look at those things, that actually make our business model very different compared to other people. So now, like for instance, we do have the automated system that works for you. So what that means is that our system is built around automation, which really helps people make their day-to-day business tasks easy. So what this means is that you don't have to be online 24/7 in order for you to be able to run your business, because you have a system behind that does most of this heavy lifting for you. And that's what allows people, busy people like the engineers, like people that have very tight schedules, like the nurses, like the doctors, like the oil field workers, like caregivers, that even in the midst of their busy schedules, they're able to build something sustainable without burning out. And that's because of this automated system that's in place. Again, one other thing that we have that makes our business stand out is the training and the mentorship. When you have a user-friendly training, that makes you understand, and mentorship, right, that makes you understand that you're not left alone, to fend for yourself. Of course, don't get me wrong. Your business is yours and you have to run your business. Nobody's going to run your business for you within our community. But then, you're not left alone. You are, like you are guided, you are being put through. Like you have mentoring, people actually assist you when you come to crossroads, but that does not mean that you're going to be spoon-fed. So you get structured, self-paced training. Self-paced. Most of them, like they are video-based. So you can take your time, to go through your training. And the mentorship you get is from the experienced business owners, that guide you every step of the way. Needless, I remind you also that we have our regular masterminds, where we share tips, where we share things that are latest within the industry and all that. And people learn, continuous learning. That's part of the things, that makes a difference for most of us here. And within this and they're using this continuous learning, a lot of us have seen a lot of self-training, self-improvement within ourselves, not just the financial aspect, of the business, but like what has this done for us in our own personal lives. So people have experienced, and people keep experiencing, the personal growth as a result of this mentoring and training. One other thing that is very important is the global reach and the flexibility. This is a game changer for any business that has a global reach. Our system is designed in such a way that it works from anywhere in the world. It doesn't matter where you are, whether you're in Canada or in the US, or you are back home visiting family, just as I did some months ago back in Nigeria, your business will still run smoothly. So it's not limited to a geographical location. And that global accessibility is one of the things that, really gives people, the true flexibility. And one other thing that I know that a lot of people don't like to do is recruit others or sell products and all that. And so, like, we don't sell products, neither do we recruit people. We do not sell products. I say that again. We do not promote products either. Of course, our products involved in the business, definitely, like one of the things that you have to look out for, like when you're choosing a business, is whether they have products or they have services. There are a lot of businesses out there that have no business, like they have no products and they have no services, but they will tell you to bring people in and you get paid. And then you begin to wonder, then how do they make their money? So and it's a lot of, maybe, I imagine that some people may be wondering, so if you say you don't sell products, you do not promote them either, but products are involved, then what happens to the product? So like what we sell here is the opportunity, is the business opportunity, but with this business opportunity comes product. Those products are not for you to buy to sell. You just buy what you need for yourself, for your own use. That's what guarantees your access, into being a business owner. And once this is done, once and for all, you just keep developing, just keep building your business. And that's what's all about. And once again, like a business must be built upon transparency and integrity. And that's what ours is. So everything operates within the compliance, within the legal framework of whatever country that you are, that you live in, and also ensures that your taxes are filed and all of that. So we do not hype, we learn, and we grow. And as much effort as you put in your business, you grow. So like the growth that we have in our business is not a guesswork. It's something that has to do with the effort that we put in and the consistency that we show up, within our business, doing that which matters, to put us ahead within business. So I mean, somebody may be asking, why is this business model, or why does this business model work for everyday people? You see, like, and this is this is one aspect that I love very, very well, within this business model, because it's built for real people, people with full-time jobs, families, and responsibilities. Because you can't ask somebody to jettison his or her regular job because he or she wants to start a business. Otherwise, then there's no need, then you can't call it a digital or an online business. It could as well have just been a brick and mortar business, where you have to be physically present in order for you to get things done. But this is not the case here. Like, if you realize, I enumerated, that we have training system. We say that we have automation that helps you, run your business 24/7. So you don't have to be there all the time. Of course, that doesn't mean that it doesn't mean that you don't have to spend time with the business, but that means that within your regular schedule, you are still able to find time to do one or two things, to keep your business running. And that's how come busy people are able, in the midst of their busy schedules, whether with family or with jobs and their other responsibilities, they're able to build a sustainable business. So this is one of the things that I like most about this business. And you don't need a business background or marketing degree, to do this. All you just need is the willingness to learn. Have a very sincere reason, or what people may call the why you want to have that business, because that's what's going to drive you, in the hard times. Because just like every other business, there are times that may be challenging. What keeps you going is, why are you doing what you are doing? So, like, if you once you have that willingness, you are willing to learn, you are willing to be coached, and you take action, and you are willing to follow the proven system, then there's really no problem, with you running this business. And honestly, I have seen people from all walks of life. Like, I am a mechanical engineer, even though I worked as a directional driller for over 25 years. I've seen bank managers, I've seen health workers, I've seen stay-home parents, stay-at-home parents. I've seen them thrive in this business. I've seen accountants, I've seen HR specialists, thrive in this business. And this is the reason why they're able to thrive, because this business model works for everyday regular people just like you and I. And that's why we say that this business is for professionals, for professionals. And well, maybe in my next go live, I will talk more on why this is very stable for the immigrants, but this business is for professionals and immigrants. So, I mean, because it gives you structure, it gives you training, it gives you flexibility to build your dream on your own terms. Don't forget that aspect of it, that you're doing something within your own terms. And that's one of the things that matter the most. Well, I haven't shared all of this with you guys. So this, like I would say, is what makes our digital business model different from others. Remember I said it's automated, it's supported, it's global, and it's designed with integrity. So if you have been thinking about maybe starting something new, but didn't know where to begin, this could just be an open door for you. Like I always encourage people to start with education, not assumption. So if you'd like to understand how it works, if you like to understand how our business works, if you like to understand how is it that people are able to create the time that they have, how they're able to work on their times, then I'll just invite you to watch our complimentary info section. It's free, and it walks you through every step. It walks you through everything, step by step, everything that you need to know. And this info session takes place every Thursdays and every Tuesdays by 8 p.m. Eastern. and then you can find out what that time may be within your own region, use your local time, relative to that Eastern time. And then, of course, uh, if you're not able to, if you're not willing to wait for that, like there's always a replay. There's always a replay of one of the info sessions that you can watch instantly if you want to watch it right now. And you can find the link right there on my page, or you just go to www.abifem.com, and then I'll send you the link, or you can just DM me, just send me a message that you want to learn more, and then I will send you the link so that you can register with your name and email address, which is also free. And then you can watch this info session that a lot of us watched, that gave us an ability to make a choice, that gave us an ability, to be able to say, okay, you know what, this feels like a fit for me. I'd like to pursue this further. So the info session is just for you to see what's in the box so that you can have an idea whether or not this is what you want to do. Once again, I'd like to thank you very much today for joining me, for those of you that joined the live session. And I'd like to thank those people that will be watching the replay also. But one thing I keep saying is for you to keep believing in your goals. And I'll see you in my next live session, same time next week. Okay, I have one live session on Monday because I usually have two in a week, one on Mondays and one on Friday or Saturdays. The one on Mondays, certainly, I do it solo, but on Fridays and Saturdays, sometimes I do with other people. So I'll see you in my next live session, where we'll talk more about what true freedom, what true time freedom looks like. Thank you very much. Have a great day. Have a great weekend, and God bless you.